All right. I am Ashley Elmore with Babylon Radio. We are live at the Sheltered Arts Festival. I am here with Benjamin Dosser, who has performed both days. I just watched him perform a great set. So could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your musical background?
Sure.
Hmm.
First of all, thank you so much for the invitation.
Of course.
And yeah, I just played a show, and that show is basically a reflection of about me being the person or becoming the person I wanna become.
Hmm.
And my musical background is that it's very drum influenced because I started playing drums when I was a toddler. And as I got older, I played more, and I started playing in bands and so on and so on. And that worked so well till COVID hit.
Hmm.
And from the point COVID started, all the gigs were gone. And I
Right.
realized, oh, I do not go to the rehearsal room.
Hmm.
I rather grab the guitar
Hmm.
and just start a vibe. And then I was
Right.
like, okay, I feel that. And I started writing songs and more and more and more, and joining singing. Because basically, I want to tell a story. And to tell a story, I need words. You
Right.
know, like now we are sitting here having an interview,
Hmm.
and we can tell beautiful stories and make jokes and so on and so on. And
Hmm.
it's just a deeper layer
Right.
instead of just having like, which is great. I love
Uh-huh.
it, you know?
Right.
But it's just something more, something deeper for me. And I feel like it's just a part of my journey. So that's
Right.
the
Uh-huh.
background
Yeah.
and the reason.
Yeah. What artists or other bands inspire you in your music?
Mm, I really love Theo Katzman.
Mm-hmm.
Theo Katzman is a inspiration, big inspiration. I love John Mayer, David Ryan Harris, basically the the people that play with the band.
Right.
It's
Uh-huh.
weird because I don't have a band, but hopefully soon I'm able to bring the band and make that work with a band. So yeah, these people that just dig that kind of feel
Uh-huh.
and have very like meaningful songs, you know,
Hmm.
and really make the audience feel heard.
Right.
When I'm at a concert and I really feel like, wow, thank you for just sharing, opening your heart and giving all your love, you know? In the end of the day, that's the element that connects the people for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel something burning here in that spark that kind of
Uh-huh.
just kind of, for instance, when I was in Brazil, it's so strong.
Hmm.
People have that like energy, and everybody just starts to join in.
Right.
And I say that because on a concert, in a whatever different venue with people, I start to feel that so strongly. And when there's like when Theo Katzman, for instance, played, and I listen to him, and the whole band is like, and it's like yes, you
Yeah.
know,
Uh-huh.
this kind of logging in and being
Hmm.
just together and starting to surf on that wave. And the playing, the purpose, it's driven by love. You know, it's a deep energy that comes and leaves all the other things not really in a necessary context.
Right.
So
Uh-huh.
that's the spotlight for me.
Uh-huh. Why did you choose to start your music career in Dublin? Obviously, you're from Germany and you've been to
Exactly.
Brazil and other places. So,
Yeah.
what about Dublin, Ireland, like really spoke to you? Like, why'd you choose Dublin over other English-speaking cities or countries?
It's a very simple answer because
Mhm.
I was on a phone call in Mannheim. I studied at a place called Pop Academy, and I studied drums. I was on a call with the director, Udo Dahm, and he just gave me great advice. And he said, "Look, if you want to try that, go to Dublin. Just try it." And what I did is just I booked the flight and came over.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I arrived and I didn't research anything before it, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I was like just jumping into a big, a big lake. Let's say
Yeah.
I could see because it's not like the ocean, you know. It's not like
Uh-huh.
out of. It's not too big,
Uh-huh.
you know. Dublin is a city, but it's a small city. It's
Right.
not like New York when you walk for whatever an hour and you're
Mm-hmm.
still in the same
Yeah. Uh-huh.
kind of district or area of the city. So yeah, I feel like it's a good place to just start out. And the Irish beat, it's a different feeling. So it was inspiring to see that, you know. I feel like the Irish are this kind of for what comes from the pop and the traditional music, you know, that it's a different beat for me. it's like a more bouncy up and down kind of thing instead of we take a more American influence. That's what I kind of grew up with through my dad, and it was like my
Mm-hmm.
this edgier kind of
Yeah.
groovier thing. So yeah, it's great to see this Dublin bouncier feel.
Mm-hmm.
But also I would love to be in the US.
Right. Yeah.
Ultimately. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there something special about Ireland's music scene that you've noticed that sets it apart from different countries?
Mm, I think it's very easy to to get in, and people are appreciating music a lot. And if there's like somebody starting out, let's say when I just have the guitar and I play somewhere and I started busking,
Mm-hmm.
it was a little boy that just plays the song, just let him play.
Yeah.
And I feel like the opposite side is that maybe a German influence. You have to do the right thing and you have to do it right,
Right.
and need to be very prepared and you have your sit up ready and you have to be rehearsed and da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I feel like all those kind of expectations
Mm-hmm.
and the the barrier is so high, if you want to make it too perfect, you often end up not doing the
Right.
thing.
Uh-huh.
And that's something I really like from the Irish approach because it's so like just try,
Yeah.
this kind of
It's more
thing.
relaxed.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And it's more just do it.
Uh-huh.
Because when we do things, that's what it's about. Doing it because then we feel it.
Mm-hmm.
If we do something, let's say we play table tennis,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't feel right, we won't keep playing.
Uh-huh.
Because why should we,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But if we do something and it feels so good and it brings fun,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the strongest motivation we can get. If
Right.
something is driving us with fun, it's like when I meet my friends and we play football, for instance, that is so much fun. I want to do more of it. Maybe
Right.
I can't do it every day, all
Mm-hmm.
day long at that moment, but that's why I'm not a professional football player.
Right. Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Kind of building off what you just said about the German culture being so strict almost, has German music inspired you at all, or in what ways has it inspired you?
Not really, honestly.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like the songs I grew up with were the bands First Wind Fire and Prince,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very groove heavy, very R&B influenced by
Yeah.
my dad.
Uh-huh.
My dad plays drums, and he teaches drums, and it's a big inspiration, or it was and still is. But back then it was like, wow, these kind of songs. Somehow all the CDs are just there, and I just put them in. I know I how to start a
Uh-huh.
CD, and then I just press play and I listen to the songs, and it's all this kind of groovy
Mm-hmm.
music. And
Right.
I think like that gave me the imprint and really the mark where I felt like
Mm-hmm.
that's who I am,
Yeah.
where I belong. Yeah.
So more inspired by American music than German.
100%.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
I can't remember listening to a lot of German speaking, like
Uh-huh.
German songs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, somehow it's every language has a different tone.
Right. Uh-huh.
When I speak German, it's like the vowel shapes or the tongue placement or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like so different that it's more staccato.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have like maybe Italian or French, it's maybe a bit more melodic. And I feel like the English language for those songs, when you sing something, it's just like the way the melody flows with the flows and the vowels and the tongue and the
Mm-hmm.
all these kind of placements,
Right. Mm-hmm.
it just melts perfectly for me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you sing September, Earth on Fire, whatever kind
Mm-hmm.
of song
Yeah.
in German, it will
It's
be
not the
just
same.
different.
Uh-huh.
No, it's
Yeah.
not the same. And I feel like music is such a universal language, and I feel like for me, I write in English, I dream in English, I live in English now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't want to put English. It's like something new, I just
Right.
want to let it into my heart and just
Mm-hmm.
let it become me. What
Right.
is already,
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. How have you grown as a musician since you've been in Dublin?
It's a good question. Um, I feel like I did a lot of important development steps in a technical context, maybe,
Uh-huh.
or a technique, or a kind of skill
Mm-hmm.
craft. area section in Germany before, you
Yeah.
know. So I knew how to play the basic chords, and I could sing some basic melodies, and drum wise, I feel like I was warm. And when I came to Dublin, it was more about starting to understand people, and that's I haven't really seen before, because I feel like the better you understand people, the better you can talk to them, the better you understand their reactions, and you're able to have a conversation. And sometimes it feels a bit weird in the beginning when you start talking about something that's a bit odd or a bit like, what is that? You know?
Yeah.
But after a bit, this kind of uncomfort becomes more comfortable, and then it can open up something. And the thing with the language is, or the people, what I learned is, it's so much more important for me when I arrived in Dublin to focus on the humans, on the people, on the language, the culture, and have more life experience. I basically had no life experience. And then from being in Dublin and living there for 1.5 years, and then yeah, it was like I had a breakup. I was in a relationship, and the relationship didn't work out, and we broke up. And then I just went to Tenerife, and that was a turning point for me, because on Tenerife, it was some people spoke English, but it was free and warm, and I could experience. I was just basically having a little speaker and a guitar, and I was playing every single day. And that kind of connection gave me so much more understanding about me driving, what drives me in the music, and also I started to see what is different culture wise from Dublin to Tenerife,
Right.
and basically the music wasn't really that important. Like the songwriting is unbelievably important, and that's my soul. But the technical skills, or
Yeah.
they, they were not like, hey, get the technical skills, otherwise,
Yeah.
it was more like, if I couldn't do it, I just made it up somehow,
Yeah.
And that was worked. And now I want to work on, and I want to, improving my technique and different things, because it gives me more freedom when I play. And I feel like when you speak and you kind of own the language and you start playing with it, it's perfect.
Yeah.
That's what poets too do. And so when I do the same on guitar, or the same on with my voice, because I kind of did some exercises, or I learned some things, and then it gives me a certain amount of freedom, and I can
Right.
be in that freedom, and that makes me feel great.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like, yeah, when I played football, to get back to this example, and I can just take the ball and just do what I
Yeah.
want, and I feel like I can control it, and it's just so cool. And this kind of thing is a similar relation, a comparison. Yeah.
What do you hope your listeners take away from your music?
The main thing is just, if I can make somebody really listen, and they have any inspiration, is it a thought, is it a reflection, is it a good time that I give the audience. That's what it's all about for me. So, for instance, today I played, and I saw the two little boys dancing, and we did a high five, and they gave me the energy. They sang along with me, saying, "Oh, oh, I will go out with you." This is kind of it's a very simple song, but it was so they joined in, and I felt their energy, and that's what it's about for me. And I have different songs, like Best Version of Myself, for instance. It's a very meaningful song for me, because it's a long process of me not comparing myself to other people all the time, and then being okay with who I am. I am not, like, by far not the greatest, not the but am I okay with who I am with myself?
Right.
And when I can say, in the end of the day, I try to be the best Benjamin I can be, that makes me so happy, because it does not matter how much faster somebody else runs or plays, or how it's just not relevant, because I tried my very best. And if I can give this message, or makes people inspired to follow this this understanding, or not only with this song but with other songs as well, this kind of feeling heard and connected to themselves. It's so beautiful. I read messages literally yesterday evening. I got a message from somebody in England who saw me playing at a show with his mother, and he said me, and she put love in my red heart. This love so strong. She put love. He basically wrote the longer message, and then he wrote the song, this kind of bit. And then he said, and now I can only try to find the best version of myself. You know? And he's kind of using these words in messages. And I kind of, it starts happening. I receive messages here and there from people that really feel this kind of connection.
Yeah.
And when I have that, it makes me feel so much, so heard. And I'm just grateful to be here and be able to share the music. Yeah.
What are some goals that you have yet to achieve in your career?
Playing music together with friends is way more fun, and being able to have a band.
Right.
So I would love to have a band.
Yeah.
At that moment, it's a financial thing. Stepping up, getting gigs, and being able to make like have the standing to say, hey, I would love to play your venue. I think we have a great time. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We need this amount of money that I can bring the band, you know? This
Yeah.
is something very important because I feel like it would lift it so much. I have a very, very, very deep friend and long term friend, I think 30 years by now, Daniel Modrak.
Oh,
He's an
wow.
unbelievable drummer and producer, and he's the producer from all of my songs.
Wow.
And we work together, and I just feel like we have this understanding. And if I could bring him and a great bassist and mate on guitar, it's like I think we would just share so much more. Like it's already I already give it all I got. But if I can do it with the other with my friends, it will be a big game changer. So this is one thing. And then being able to go to different places, what I basically do, but would in a bit more organized kind of thing that I know, okay, I'm gonna be, let's say, playing in Portugal for like 10 shows next month. And if I know that and I can see, okay, this day I'm going to be here, maybe we can meet with these people and these people have a good kind of inspiration, or we can do, I love children and I don't have children yet, but maybe we could go to a school, you know, and know we are okay. We play the show in the evening. It's cool.
Yeah.
But maybe there are just some kids and we walk in the classroom and we make like 10-minute program, because these are the things that gave me so much, that made my school career. There was a program, School of Rock was it called, and it was like great musicians in the German pop scene coming into the school and just playing, and I was like, dang, it was so good, and I just felt that so like wow, and I was so happy, you know.
Yeah.
And if there are children and they kind of can feel that energy, and you tell them, look, yes, you're in school now, but if you love to play guitar, keep going. If you love to sing, keep going. Just follow your dream. I feel like a big thing is that we get told a lot of structures or rules, and that I believe are not really true, or not true in 2024. They changed over the last 60 years, maybe, you know? And the the future is so tech heavy, you know, what comes with AI and machines and robots and all these kind of things. It's great, you know. But if we are the most human we can be, and we follow that drive that I tried to describe earlier. And if there's a child who says, I love to play football, I say, go for it and play football. Or if I love music and that's maybe I can do something or give something to those kind of children, or to go to kindergarten and say like, hey, now we just play and they jump. And if you have the energy of like 30 kids just jumping up and down, it makes your day. Like, that would be something I would really love to be able to develop and to grow by knowing, okay, in the evening we do the gig, da-da-da-da-da-dum, and then we have a bit something here, something special, something there in the daytime.
Right.
Yeah.
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 What song of yours holds the most meaning for you and why?
Wow. At that very moment, it's the one I'm dreaming of, because I would love to build relationship with the person and share my life, our life together, and stand together in the rain and be able to argue and have like good arguments and good like good fights and having this relationship that for me it's not I need to do it, I need to do it, I need to do it alone. No, it's we do it. Yeah. And I'm so happy with my life, what I do, and I feel so privileged. And I wake up in the morning and I'm just happy to just keep doing more of what I do. So I'm very, very excited and happy for and grateful for it. So if there is something that I would love to build and to develop and shape, is this relationship that I would one day also have my kids. And yeah, this is the song the one I'm dreaming of, where the new EP is about. And I think the song changes. Like I said, best version of myself earlier. Best version of myself is a very I think I said that, but it's a very inspiring song that helped me to not compare myself with other people. And I had time where I did that a lot, and then I felt sad afterwards. So in that time, that song helped me so much. And then there was a time, let's say, Can't Run Away, where I realized if I run away from my problem or from something that's hard for me, it will follow me. It will come back to me. If I say I should do some laptop work or I should do whatever it is and I avoid it, I just push it away. If it's really important, it will come back and it will, or if I avoid a conversation with a person, rather face the hard thing, So I can't run away from my problems. I need to find an answer, and then the problem is not a problem anymore. It disappears, and that makes me feel stronger and more. Yeah, it just makes me feel better and solves the situation. So this was an important song, and there's like the one I'm dreaming of, I just said, and a new song that I'm writing called Circles. And this is not released, but it's a very special song about avoiding the kind of hard thing. Yeah. And then moving from one hard thing to the next one, to the next one. In the end, writing at the same one again. And it's funny, like yeah, these kind of things, because in the end, it's all about, I feel like, the character and the people and the human skills, the connection. And if there are, let's say, five things, I'm just trying to make a circle here. Five things, and I know this is an issue, and I know this is an issue, and I know this is an issue, and I start doing something here, but then I don't finish it. And then I start doing something here, and I don't finish it, and I do the whole thing, the whole run. I end up here at the same place where I was before. Yeah. This is something where I read about and learn and have some conversation with very smart people, So that's a thing that helps me at that moment. Is this the first Sheltered Arts Festival that you've played? How's your experience been playing this festival so far? The festival is it's the first Sheltered Arts Festival because it's also the first time that the festival's on the Baggot Street Festival. Right. And so I think it's a great festival. I I like the kind of thing being back here, and then I know Adam, I know da 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 da, and then we're connected so quickly. Yeah. And that makes me like Rio, for instance. Hey, I got the festival. Do you want to play? Da, da, da. It's one call. And yeah, it just happens so easily. So that's a cool thing. And festivals, I would love to play more. I played a festival called Bad Singer Rock Festival near Dover, which was great this summer. And yeah, there are some like smaller festivals at that moment. I was at the moment a small artist. So if there are any festivals that see the songs, the music, feel the love, and want to support that, please invite me. I'm coming. I'm blessed to come. You're there. Play. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any new? You said that you have, but tell us a little bit more about the new material you're working on. Are you dropping any of it soon, or? Like yesterday, I released my EP, the one I'm dreaming of. It's a 5-song EP, and I got songs where I'm working on. But sometimes I feel like a song is like a baby. So when you write the song and it's born, it's just there. You take care of it and you play it, and then you just give it a bit of time, you know?
Right.
It starts to grow up when you play it live. For me, playing a song live is the best way to let the song grow up because the song starts to work, starts to drink, starts to make all cool things. And once you play the song, play the song, play the song live, and do different kind of things, that's what I love to do before I go into the studio. So let's say if I'm able to play the song 10 times live and then I go into the studio, it gives me more tools that I can use to shape a more beautiful version.
Right.
So yes, I got new songs and I'm constantly working on songs. Whenever I feel the song and it's coming out and I'm happy. But I'm not planning that too much. It's more a feeling.
Right.
So I play and I got a pool of songs and then I pick the best ones and I play them live and I feel okay, let's go and record them and then.
All right. Well, any upcoming gigs or tours, or obviously your new EP just dropped. Anything you want to plug? Go for it.
I'd say for now, audience. The EP is the main thing. I got some dates, but they are not like published yet or not with contracts.
Right.
So yeah, just give them a bit, and I will put more information on benjamindos.com.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.